2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 3rd down gain of 19. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Rodgers on target here to Allison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
No, 258. Check 55 to Mike. I got you, punk.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Rodgers again now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
And the Vikings first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. back to the ground. Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Cousins on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's got daylight. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Bravo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
3rd and long for Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dexter Williams with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Check the horse. You can't block me. You can't block me. Bring up 48.
Cousins from the gun on third. Going deep for Diggs. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On play action. Now Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
At the 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Mike, you're not ready. You're not ready.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10, 31-yard line.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he missed it. It's no good. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
65.
Back north.
65.
Mike, hey, Echo.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
258.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey.
26.
Crunch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And some room to work. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That would... Good for 37 yards.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Double dog.
26.
54 is Mike.
Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult. To complete a pass.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Where's your Omaha?
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Kill. 91 is the mark.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They find some open field here. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, wahoo!
They're running it. Mike's 40.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
He's crashing.
Cook following the penalty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
First down, Vikings.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 99 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Mike 91.
Leave it. Ring up 48. Hey, exit.
91 is the mic. Who that? Check that.
On second and a couple. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 78 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will extend this big lead.
Packers 41, Vikings 6. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Montravius Adams in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. That's time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
55. Gotta do better.
Inside.
QB, come on.
Rodgers looking to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you that one. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ben Gideon. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
It's out of time, guys.
Scan 300. Scan 300.
Let's get up.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Man left. We got 3.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Bailey now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball.